Just showed up to my storage facility here to drop off some stuff. And I just wanted to shoot a little video today. I'm going to share some more economic data, what's happening with gold, what's happening in the world. So please make sure to comment down below. And if you would, give this video a like and make sure you're subscribed. But, you know, there's so many storage units out here in Southern California, and they seem to be going up literally every week. I see another one of these facilities going up. But as the economy worsens, these places do so much business. It's almost difficult now to even rent a unit because they're so busy. And these places are not cheap. But as the economy worsens, people are downsizing, they're getting evicted, they're having to just move. And, you know, what do? They have their life belongings. And sometimes you're downsizing into a small apartment, or you're moving back in with family members, and there's just not enough room. So people land up coming to these storage facilities and, you know, storing their stuff. And these places are just going to get continuously busier and busier. You're going to see more of them going up because the economy is really suffering. I mean, we had problems out here where people are actually living in a lot of these units. So a lot of these places, you know, have security cameras everywhere, gated, and they do whatever they can to make sure people don't live in these units. But many times, especially in LA County, a lot of people have been caught living in these storage facilities. So it's a sign of the times. Not everybody here is, you know, broke, but you're going to see a lot more people who are financially limited, having to downsize, move back home, go to a smaller house, smaller apartment, having to you know, use a storage facility to store stuff that they cannot take with them. So are you seeing this in your area? I'm certainly seeing it here. I've been seeing it take place here for years now. This economy didn't just start collapsing. We didn't just start seeing trouble. It's been going on for years, and it's going to continue until it comes to a head and something breaks. And then we're all going to come to the realization that, you know, we've got big trouble. But make sure you're preparing, that not just, you know, reacting to a problem, but preparing for a problem. Be proactive, not reactive. And if you are, you're going to be able to absorb a lot of this pain a lot better than most people. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to unload this. I'll take you with me into the facility here, and let's talk about what's going on. Hope everybody's doing well today over here at the storage facility. Just dropping some things off. As many of you know, maybe a lot of you don't know, I'm trying to get out of California, trying to get the family out of California, and I've been looking at places in the southern part of the United States. And there's a couple of places that are looking pretty interesting. But in the meantime, over the past year, just been, you know, packing up the house, packing up the clothes, packing up just a lot of things, just getting ready, because when this does happen, not if, but when it does happen, we're going to just be ready to go. So it'll be a very quick escrow, and it'll be load up the truck and bounce. So, you know, I'm very committed with this move. A lot of people think I won't do it, but they don't even know me. But the people that do know me know that this is going to happen. And there are some properties that are looking very interesting right now, talking to some agents, and quite possibly going to make a jab at one of these. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I've been packing up because I know we're getting out of here. So every, you know, couple weeks, I just pack up a little bit more at the house. And another nice thing about having a storage facility, this is climate controlled, is, you know, I will take some emergency food, and I will not have everything at the house. I'll put it over here so that not everything is at the house. So there's emergency food here, there's extra batteries, there's extra flashlights, there's extra candles. I've got boots here. I've got tools, not those kind of tools, but, you know, extra knives, hammers, things like that, that are packed up here. Propane tanks right here. We've got a Blackstone cooker right here. We've got propane right there. Got some bug out bags here. Got a pair of boots sitting back there. So, if for whatever reason we couldn't make it home, there's things here, or if we needed more, we could get over here, we could get what we need. So, it's good not to, if you have multiple homes, that's great. You can put things in different places. If you have a storage facility or a couple storage facilities, it's great that you can spread everything out, not have everything in one place. So it's just nice to have here, and just unloading some stuff today. But I just wanted to talk quickly about a few things. Just wrote down a few notes here. So much happening, and you got to ask yourself, look at gold prices today, look at silver prices today. What is going on? Is there something going on behind the scenes? Because when you see gold now trying to get to $3,100, gold, is not slowing down. Something is definitely going on. Gold is warning us of something. Silver, no doubt, going along for the ride. But, as I'm here at the storage facility, hunker down, ladies and gentlemen, because the worst is yet to come. I know there's people out there that think that their problems are going to go away, that the economy is going to be fixed in a matter of months. I don't see that happening. I really, really don't. Here's one today from The Hedge. States work to make gold and silver alternative currencies to US dollar. It's a good article. Check it out. Just a couple highlights here. Again, gold today, $3,066. Silver, as I make this video, $34.57. Something is going on. We have, I think, inflation much worse than they're telling us. I think that you're witnessing the repatriation of gold. We may see a revaluation of gold. Something is going on. What would happen if gold went to $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 an ounce? What would happen is we could start paying down a lot of this debt. But don't be fooled either. Gold is warning us of uncertainty and chaos, and the higher the price of gold goes, the more chaotic the times are, the more dangerous things are becoming. But I do like the idea of revaluating gold. I think that we have to audit Fort Knox without a doubt. I think that we have got to be preparing for inflation. It's not going away. 10-year right now, 4.36%. And it seems like it's ticking up again. In the article, I thought this was really interesting. In 1971, you could buy a house for $20,000 in Salt Lake City, Utah, or 563 ounces of gold. Today, 563 ounces is pushing around $600,000. So houses aren't more expensive today. In fact, they're less expensive. The dollar has become the illusionary standard where we have unelected people deciding what the inflation rate is. I think the Fed is going to lose all-out control, and maybe this will be the end of the Fed. I don't know. But something is happening. Something is going on behind the scenes without a doubt. And I think that we all really, really need to be paying close attention. If you don't have any gold or silver, please go to my link down below, SD Bullion. Great people. It's where I've been buying my gold from. And I think it's imperative that everybody owns some gold and silver. That is not financial advice. That to me is just life advice. Own real things. Pay off the debts. Own hard, tangible assets like gold and silver. This stuff, I think, is just getting started. I could be completely wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. But as we connect the dots and see what's happening like this, Kohl's is closing 27 stores this weekend. You can check the list on the Daily Mail and see if the store in your area is closing. But stores are closing every day by the hundreds. Steelmaker to lay off 600 employees at Michigan plant due to weak auto demand. This on Fox Business. Steelmaker, Cleveland Cliffs, 600 more people. Those are good jobs getting laid off. Trump's new auto tariffs will likely drive up car prices by thousands of dollars. Probably will. But nobody had a problem when these dealerships and these automakers were charging you multiple thousands of dollars over MSRP. Nobody had an issue with it. What did everybody do? They went out and they bought a car. They bought a car that was $10,000, $20,000 overpriced. Nobody seemed to complain. They just went out and bought the cars. I know that there's a lot of hate with the tariffs, but I think tariffs are a great idea. I think that we're going to have to get ready here because I think America is going into a massive trade war. Prices of certain things are going to go up. But, ask yourself, why are those countries charging us so much when we sell something to them and we're not reciprocating that? Why shouldn't we be doing that? And on top of that, why not just bring the jobs back here? Then nobody gets tariff. This administration just said, all you have to do is make your cars here in America, zero tariffs. Make your stuff here in America and you pay zero tariffs. Is that really a bad idea to bring back the jobs, the good paying jobs? Or should they just go to Canada? Should they just go to China? Should they just go to Mexico, Cambodia, Vietnam, South Korea? Is that where they should all go? Or maybe the good jobs should be coming back here to America. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a really good job and you didn't have to finance your car for 96 months? If you could actually afford to buy a car and maybe finance it for 36 months? Or maybe just pay cash for it. That's what people used to do when they had a good job. But now you have people working 2 to 3 jobs, barely making it. And yet these same people will complain about the tariffs. Nobody said war was easy. Nobody said war would be nice. We are in an economic war. We are going to be heading into some trade wars here, ladies and gentlemen. And button down the hatches. It could get very, very rough. It could get very, very bumpy. But what we get at the end could be very, very promising. It could be very, very good for you, your kids, your grandkids, and the future of this country. I don't know. We're going to see how it plays out. Let me know your thoughts. But everybody's just so used to getting all this cheap stuff. But now the cheap stuff ain't so cheap. And now people don't have jobs to buy the so-called cheap stuff. So I think it's time to take care of this, get these jobs back here. And when you're in a war of any kind, there is going to be pain. Unfortunately, most Americans are not used to pain. They don't want to feel the pain. And they certainly don't want to be in a trade war now. But they may not have a choice. But at the end, I think this is fantastic for America. I think this is what America needs. And I think that America now needs to stand up to a lot of countries who have been ripping us off, charging us so much to trade with them, but we're not charging them to trade with us. It goes both ways. If you want to tariff me 25%, why shouldn't I tariff you 25%? If you want to do 10%, I'd tariff you 10%. Why not just be fair? Why not just have an even playing field? But a lot of people will just say, oh, this is terrible. This is a mistake. We got to keep using slave labor and cheap products into America. And we need to keep continuing to make these countries wealthier and more powerful. China, for instance, they have gotten so wealthy off of America and now so powerful. They are surpassing us in technology, in warfare, their planes, their navy. You look at so many countries now catching up or surpassing America because we're supporting all this. We're making them rich. More millionaires are coming out of China than in America. And you look at the average American here. You look at the average city in America and look at the average city in China and tell me you don't see a difference. There's no graffiti. There's no tents. There's no gang warfare. There's no war zones in these areas. And I'm not saying I want to move there. I'm not saying that China's perfect, but they're spending the money that they're making off of us and they're investing it in their own country, their own cities, their own people. Here, our education system is collapsing. Our cities are collapsing. Infrastructure is collapsing. Our economy is collapsing. I love how they tell us how, China's, in a recession, they're going to go into a depression. But even if that is true, they'll work their way out of it because they make everything. What happens to America? What happens to America when we go into a depression and we're not manufacturing and we're not making things here in America? How do we work ourselves out as a nation out of a depression, out of an economic collapse when we're not producing anything here in America? How does that work? How do you work your way out of this abyss if you're not making anything? I don't know. So I wouldn't worry about China. I would worry about America. And we better start worrying here right now. So make sure you have extra gear. You see what's happening with society. You see the breakdown, the meltdown. Nobody's coming to save you. So, if the lights go out, things get a little chaotic. Maybe you better have some gear put away, some boxes of food, some extra boots, some extra tools, some extra propane, some extra bug out bags, some extra clothes, etc. And, if worse came to worse, if I had to sleep here, I'll sleep here. But something to think about. It is something to think about. I'm going to leave it there today. Please comment down below. Please let me know your thoughts today on any of these articles or anything I said. And please make sure to like this video, share this video, and leave a comment down below. Would really, really appreciate it. The comments are fantastic. So many people have been enlightened and woken by your comments. So please keep them coming. God bless. Have a great day.